Now, one thing that I really never thought I would experience in my lifetime is depression and anxiety, right? And that might sound crazy to y'all, but I genuinely was very confused every time somebody would, I don't know, tell a story about how they were depressed or anxious or just were going through shit. That was the younger me. I'm talking about like my very young self, right? But as life went on and as I grew up and matured, bro, yo, I went through a lot of hard stuff, right? And that's not me trying to garner sympathy or anything. I'm just telling you about my life, bro. In my teen years, like I've had a lot of negative emotions and just bad situations. I really didn't have the most privileged upgrade, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and tell y'all my life story, but to any of y'all that have gone through shit, like genuinely have lived in a bad place, you were like starving half of the day because you didn't have enough food to eat, man. You were moving around constantly. You know the struggle, bro. What you do not want in that situation is a fucking weak mentality, bro. You don't want that. But in my case, I was a teen, bro. I was a kid, so I've never really had anybody to fall back on. I didn't. No one taught me how to cope with things. No one taught me how to deal with situations and emotions. No one taught me how to express myself. Right? No one taught me, and that's the whole reason I'm creating and making this video, bro. I normally don't make videos like this, and this is probably going to be a second channel video. I don't know where I'm going to post this. If I do post this on my main channel, welcome squad. I hope you guys are doing well. But regardless, wherever I'm going to put this video, the reason I'm making it is because I've never had somebody tell me about their own struggle and their own journey with anxiety and depression, all of these negative emotions. So that's exactly what I'm doing here, bro. I'm going to tell y'all my journey with specifically the anxiety aspect of it. Because I feel like, or at least I've heard about a lot of people my age, bro. And a lot of people just nowadays in general, especially with how the world is looking. Anxiety is something a lot of people fucking deal with. And I feel like a lot of people don't have the right mentality when it comes to dealing with it. Or at least I didn't for the majority, bro. Yo, my first time experiencing true anxiety, or my first time acknowledging it, was last year. It was around a year ago, bro. If you don't know, I'm 18, right? So last year I was in high school. It was my senior year, and that was my first time like genuinely like sitting there and be like, oh shit, I just experienced anxiety, and then doing research about it. And the more you do research about it, it's supposed to be more comforting, but it's the exact opposite, bro. You're like, damn. So look, I'm not going to waste your time. I'm going to just get into it. And I'm going to give y'all a pretty detailed timeline of my story of dealing with anxiety. So let's just get into it, man. So yeah, like I said, my first time experiencing it and fully acknowledging that I have anxiety or that I was dealing with it was last year, bro. It was during, I believe it was like school pictures. It was like at the beginning of senior year, right? And it was like everybody my age and everybody in my grade was, lined up to take their senior pictures, and I didn't have a tie on. So one of the or the requirements of the bullshit ass school, bro, was like, yo, you gotta have a tie on, you dress nice, obviously do your hair, whatever. I don't know what the fuck happened. I just forgot to bring the tie. So I had like a nice outfit on except for the tie, bro. And I was waiting in line and I was hoping that no one would notice it. And then a teacher walks up to me, and I'm a tall dude, bro. I'm 6'4", so I stand out in the crowd, right? And she walks up to me and she starts talking in a very loud, you know how those bitch ass teachers that just, excuse my language, bro, but she just made everybody turn around and focus on me. You get what I'm saying? So she was like, hey, you gotta have a tie. You can't take your pictures. Hold on, bro. My bad. God damn, my throat just died right there. Yo, I had to pause it before I get a voice crack. But nah, what was I saying? Yeah, bro, I was in line, right? And she just walks up to me as if I had drugs on me, as if I had a fucking something illegal on me. And she starts screaming like, hey, we can't take your picture because you don't have a tie, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, are you sure? I don't know. I was just talking to her. And then I look around and I noticed that everybody was looking at me, bro. I was in the spotlight. And then I started like having these panic attacks for the first time in my life. Like I've been through shit before. I've been in front of the crowd, bro. I've presented. I've talked with groups of people. But in this specific scenario, for some reason, my body starts like acting weird, bro, like shaking and shit. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like, and the only thing that was going through my mind, bro, was like, oh shit, we gotta get out of this situation. That was my first time ever experiencing, ever genuinely experiencing like what's that shit called? Acknowledging anxiety, right? And by the way, luckily, my boy pulled up and gave me his tie, and I borrowed it, and I still got my photos. So fuck that bitch ass teacher. But, but yeah, after that point, bro, it was a bunch of scenarios and situations where I would still experience those like attacks, kind of anxiety. Like, there's different forms and shapes and ways that you could experience anxiety. But for the longest time, bro, for like the majority of my senior year, I had the wrong idea in mind. I made anxiety my fucking enemy, bro. And I really sat there and thought that this was an emotion that isn't natural, that isn't normal, that I should not be experiencing. It's an emotion that I'm only haunted by. That was what I went through my entire senior year with. Obviously, bro, I still did everything I need to do, bro. I wasn't a bitch, right? So... Nah, my bad. Listen. Here's my point, and here's something that hopefully you guys can take from this video. Anxiety is not your fucking enemy, bro. It really isn't. It is not. It's a natural emotion that every single human being on this planet, I promise you, every single human being experiences it one way or the other. Some people acknowledge it, some people don't. And it definitely has something. I feel like it's definitely tied to, obviously, first of all, your mindset, your perception of reality, and your perception of the emotion, right? So if you sit there and you, like me, hold on, I have this note from, let me show y'all real quick, just so y'all, hold on, let me open my phone. Let me show y'all real quick, just so y'all know that I'm not lying to y'all, bro. And if I can, I'll put this up on the screen as well. So this was a note I made September 25th, 2021. And it says, observation, I will be killing my anxiety. Until my anxiety dies, I will go out every single day and partake in a social interaction, laughing my ass off. This shit is pathetic, but I know there's a little bitch in my head that needs to be fucking eviscerated. Yo, I don't know why I was writing like this, bro. But yeah, it says literally getting nervous over nothing at all. It's a mental war in my head. Fuck that bitch ass motherfucker that stay on this shit. Oh God. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I wrote to myself back in September of 2021. And yeah, it's real, bro. And here I am in 2023 telling y'all that if you're dealing with this shit, bro, the best thing to do and the worst thing to do, let's start with the worst thing to do. The worst thing to do is to let this shit defeat you, bro. Go out every single day. I promise you, this is what I did, right? Go out every single day and put yourself in a social situation, bro. First of all, identify what causes your anxieties. It could be something completely different, right? Excuse me, I had to drink my water, but hey, that's something that's gonna be, especially since I think this video is not gonna be edited, that's something that, bro, my throat gets dry easily. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, your anxiety, bro, is probably, it could be something completely different that's causing it, like a death of a family member, or God forbid, something bad happening in your life. Whatever the fuck it is, identify the cause, right? And then see if you can improve, if that makes sense, right? So for me, it was being placed in front of a large audience. That was my cause of it, right? So I guess that's social anxiety. Yeah, that's social anxiety, right? And I'm an introvert, but I'm also an extrovert. Like, I have great social skills, bro, but I'm introverted. Like, I still would not prefer, I prefer not to be in a big ass crowd. But if I had to give a presentation now, I'm straight, bro. And even when I was dealing with this shit, I never let it stop me. So that's the main important thing. Do not let this shit stop you, bro. Do not sit there and just be miserable and let it defeat you. You have to be happy. That's the wrong word. You have to be okay with experiencing it, right? You have to understand that anxiety is just a natural emotion. It's obviously triggered by something, and you can't let it defeat you. You have to act. You have to move. You have to live your life, bro. You cannot let it defeat you. So my best advice to anybody that is experiencing or has experienced the same kind of anxiety that I experienced, bro, is just to act, right? Act. Don't sit there, bro. Whatever the fuck, like, Go out every single day, talk to people, improve. And it's easier said than done. I promise you, it's easier said than done, man. I promise. But I'm telling you, the worst thing you can do is to let that shit defeat you. You have to identify the source. You have to identify what's causing it. And then you have to act, bro. You have to act. And see, that's the thing that I feel like it's probably two different kinds of people in this world. There's the people that would act, right? Like, bro, I've done shit that I was fucking scared shitless to do, but I still did it. That's the thing. Like, you just have to not be a coward, to be honest with you, bro. This isn't just anxiety. This is for anything, any negative emotion in your life, fear, whatever the fuck it is. You just have to not be a coward, bro. You have to not be a fucking pussy. And I'm telling you the hard truth because this is what I would have loved to hear, right? Way back when I experienced this shit for the first time, instead of having to battle this shit on my own and then figure it out. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't make you, bro, it doesn't make you any less of a person, of a human being, if you deal with this shit, bro. It really doesn't. Anxiety is normal. Whatever negative emotion you experience is normal. Take action, right? Don't sit there on your ass, bro, and just move. Just move. Like, just do shit every day. You can't see. That's the thing. Like, that I never understood. Even when I was experiencing, like, bro, the worst, like when I was depressed as fuck, going through the worst time of my life. You have to do shit every day, bro. You have to move. You have to take action. You have to do shit, because if you don't, you're going to continuously spiral in that abyss of misery, bro. And it's just going to get worse. You're basically digging yourself deeper and deeper and deeper into that hole. And the longer you stay in it, the harder it's going to be to get fucking out. God damn, man, my throat. Pause on that. Pause. But yeah, that's my point. I guess I can conclude this video in with three things, right? Identify the source of why. Well, in this case, we're talking about anxiety, right? Identify the source that's causing you to be anxious, that's causing you to overthink. Identify what situation started that negative emotion. You get what I'm saying? And really sit there and think about that, because that's the first thing. You have to identify what situations and scenarios you're in where you experience those panic attacks or anxiety, whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? Identify those. Sit there and write, bro. Genuinely, like, this shit helps so much. Write that shit down, right? Identify the source and write it down. The second thing is genuinely sit there and, well, actually, I would say the second thing is to take action. Just, do shit. Move. Do shit every day. Put yourself in those situations more often. And this is going to be scary, bro. You're going to feel like the world is on your shoulders. You're going to feel like everything is closing in, but you have to do it. It's the only way to get better. Keep putting yourself in those situations that cause you to be anxious, bro. Now, obviously, if your anxiety stems from something different, that's not social anxiety, or that's not the fear of, I don't fucking know, whatever the fuck, that has nothing to do with being out in certain places or talking to certain people or talking in front of a big audience, then it's completely ignore this. You still have to identify the source and see how you can help yourself. I'm talking to the people that can relate to the social aspect of this shit, right? Keep putting yourself in those situations where you have to interact with people, bro. You have to take action. And the last thing is to understand that it's a natural emotion, and to honestly, genuinely be happy when you experience it. You cannot let that shit destroy you, bro. If you start feeling anxious in certain situations, bro, literally just sit there and be happy that it's happening, because you get to confront it head on and improve, bro. It's another learning lesson. You just cannot you have to understand that it's a natural emotion, bro. It's something that everybody experiences, and it's going to be the worst in specific. It could be the worst. What's it called? In terms of how bad it can get when you're about to do something that's big, right? When you're about to, I don't know, bro, do something that's big, like go on a fucking trip to whatever the fuck, or doing things for the first time. That's when you're gonna experience it the most. But you just cannot be a coward. That's the thing. At the end of the day, if there's one thing that I want y'all to take from this video, bro, you can't be a coward. You genuinely, it doesn't matter how you feel. Fear, you're scared, you're anxious, you're depressed, whatever the fuck, whatever emotion, you still have to get that thing done. You still have to do what you need to do. And everybody knows what they need to do, bro. So just don't let that shit stop you. And listen, in my personal opinion, bro, like this is my first time recording shit like this. I obviously feel like I could have done a much better job, especially if I decided to write a script for this video. But I winged it like literally all my videos. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If I decide to put this out, wherever I decide to put this out, let me know what y'all think, and let me know if you've experienced this shit before. And I honestly think I'm gonna start doing this more, man. I feel like I've been through a lot, even though I'm young. Like, bro, I've been through shit, right? And there's a lot of lessons that I learned having to figure shit out the hard way. And I'm looking back at my younger self, and I'm like, damn, man, I wish I had somebody to tell me about this. I wish I had, you get what I'm saying? Not even a mentor kind of. It's just I wish somebody had provided me with the knowledge of how to deal with a specific situation, man. And that's just something that I probably will start doing more often, like videos like this. I hope this is helpful to somebody. And if it is, let me know in the comments. And that's pretty much it. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.